Welcome. This is Tom Rush Reviews. Got another one for you today. This is the Cold Steel Tuff Lite. And tough it is, and light it also is. So it's very true to name, this one. Now this one is costs around the US $30 you can pick this one up for. In Australia here you're looking at anywhere between 60, which is kind of hard to find unless you go on Amazon Prime, something like that. You can get it for around the $60 mark. But you're looking at $120 this one goes up to in Australia here. So if you look at the $30 mark for the US and the $60 to $120 mark, yeah, it can be 4 times more expensive than the US. So yeah, not a super cheap knife over here. But nonetheless, it's a good knife, and I did pick it up for around the 80. Didn't have Amazon Prime back, when did I get this? 2013, and I paid 80 around the $85 mark. I remember it because I thought, ouch, for cold steel, that's a little bit expensive for a economy knife. Not really economy for me. Anyway, not to worry, I did get it, and I am kind of happy I got it. I felt pretty bad when I saw how much it was being sold for in the US, mind you. And I just had to eat it. What do you do? Not much I can do about it. So it's just how things are in Australia. We seem to really like to charge for everything. Very expensive place to live, and we miss out on a lot of the fun things that you guys take for granted in the US. But that's all right. I guess I can deal with that. What choice do you have? So anyway, it's a Warncliffe blade on this one, which, as you know, I really like. As you can tell, most of my knives do have a Warncliffe blade on them. The blade shape is perfect. It's great, perfect for cutting tasks like box cutting. Really is a glorified box cutter, this thing. And cable ties, all sorts of fun stuff like that you can cut with this fella. It does a great job. The handles are a plastic Grip X is what the cold steel people refer to this textured plastic as. It's let's see if I can get it. There you go. Might be able to see the texture there on that handle, which is, it's their own proprietary plastic, which is like it's a grippy. It is definitely grippy. I mean, I've had many other knives with better quality handle scales that are certainly not this grippy. So yeah, it grips. So I like it. I love the gripping ability of it. Practically speaking, aside from looks, it's good stuff. It seems hard wearing and tough. So yeah, full marks for that. I've obviously been using it for many years and had no problems at all. An admirable material for the purpose of an economy knife. So I like it. The Oz 8 stainless steel blade. Nice to have stainless. Don't have to worry about rust as much. However, the Oz 8 steel is not really my one of my steels that I like. It's all right for a cheap steel, but it does wear very quick. So if you're cutting boxes or whatnot, you kind of, I don't know, so I kind of find that I'm halfway through them, I've got to resharpen the blade. Do I have to? No, that's wrong. I choose to resharpen the blade due to the fact that it just ain't as slicey when she's blunt. Even though it's a hollow grind, which this one is. So you can probably see the light hitting it there, showing you the hollow. You can see that's concave, it's hollow grind, which gives it a very thin slicing edge, and it is good. It's I've always liked hollow grind, but you do have to you lose some, obviously, with that hollow grind, some blade material there, but that's not a bad thing. I like it. The being manufactured in Taiwan is preferable to China, so I'm pretty happy about that. They produce some pretty good stuff out of Taiwan these days. And the lanyard hole is probably not a bad move on a knife like this. When I say like this, it's a fairly short handle, but if you wanted to hold it like that, for instance, a lanyard would be pretty suitable for it. It's that sort of size handle that if you want to not choke up and just hold it away from the blade, it definitely, lanyard would give you that little bit more something to hold on to. So could be an advantageous choice with this particular knife. So I like the fact that they've included that there. Give you a look. So you can see it's just like an elongated hole, which I think is a great idea. The knife comes in a variety of colours. You've got about 6 different colours, which is always a nice thing to give a bit of variety there, so everyone doesn't have exactly the same. And the lock mechanism on this is a triad. They refer to it as, the Cold Steel people. They've trademarked that name, and you can see that the back springs in there, and it comes down, and you can hear it shut. There you go. It's quite a strong spring in the back there. As far you can, you've got this hole, kind of like a Spidey Spyderco hole, but it's not round. It's elongated, which is a shame because it'd be much better round. Having said that, it's all right. Does what it's meant to do. If you're not opening and closing it all day, it would be quite good. But if you are, they haven't beveled as much as I'd like to see the edging of that hole there, which it's a little bit of scraping on your finger, or your thumb, I should say, that would wear after a whole day of use. If you were in a factory or something like that using it, I think you get a bit annoyed with that sharpness. But and the fact it's not round, which obviously I guess they can't do due to Spyderco. I don't know whether they painted the circle or what on their blades, but yeah, it could be seen as a breach of copyright. I don't know. The back spring, just heading back to that, it's kind of annoying in the sense that you've got to put so much pressure on that with this triad lock that you kind of really got to put a lot of force on that, way too much. And unfortunately, this I do like the clicking. I do like the tactileness of the feedback you get. But as far as this goes, that's it just there. Let me show you that. Yeah, just there. And, oh, it's tough. It is quite a strong spring in there. And that also, throughout the course of a day, would be, pretty annoying. Very annoying, in fact. I don't like the fact it's that hard to push down, or too hard to push down and it's too deep that you have to push. And it's once again quite, not sharp, but it ain't great. It's squared off pretty well, so it needs to be chamfered on each side, and more beveled, I should say, and it would be a heck of a lot nicer to use. Even if they had rounded it, that'd be lovely. But no, it is an economy blade, folding knife, so you just gotta, unfortunately, put up with that, which, yeah, it's a shame. You could fix it yourself, unscrew it. You can take this thing apart. It's just a couple of Teflon washers in there, that's about it. And the back spring sitting in place along with the blade, the pivots. So it comes apart pretty easy. I haven't done so yet, but I have seen people do it. So yeah, that definitely could be addressed in a future model. This came out, I believe, 2013, so come on, about time you put out one with the gripes addressed and fixed. That would be a pleasant thing to have happen. The pocket clip is ambidextrous, so you can left or right side, and it's a tip down carry only, so rides in your pocket. And of course, right or left pocket, doesn't matter. You can swap it around with the holes have been drilled out there.